Peace, JB. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. I had to restart the whole phone. I had to restart my whole phone. Come on in. Like the live, share the live. We're going to get started once it get like 20, 22. We'll get started with the live. So like the live, share the live. Daughters of the Most High. What's happening, Lola? Come on in. Seems like forever since I seen you go live. Facts. You know I want to TikTok some more shadow bands. I want to TikTok more shadow band. You know how they be doing me. Unless people share the lives, a lot of folks ain't really gonna see me like that. Peace, y'all. Come on in. Once we get to like 2022, we'll get started. Come on in. Peace, y'all. Come on in. Peace. Like the live, share the live. Shout out to all the new folks coming in. Hope y'all get ready to enjoy the live. We're going to be talking about American Indian contributions to the world. We're going to prove with the book that so-called Black Americans still do our culture still to this day. And Black American culture is American Indian culture. Okay? Black American culture is American Indian culture, specifically Southeast and West Indies. All right, so we're going to dive into that book once we get to like 20, 22 people. In the meantime, in between time, roll it if you got it. Get your paper planes together. Pull it if you got it. You already know how we do. And we're going to get into some shit real soon. And peace. Shout out to everybody coming in. Come on in. Peace. What's happening, American Indian in the building? Henry, what's happening? Peace. All my ancestors, spirit, what's happening? Peace. What's happening, Shay? Facts, facts. Peace, peace. Come on in, come on in. Wisdom speaks. What's happening? Can y'all hear me? Is my sound good? It's the live straight, no lagging. Sound good. I gotta check in on the audio quality. Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the sound. It's the sound quality good. Can y'all hear me? Mic check. Mic check. What's happening, Divine Ye? Drop Dead Beauty. What's happening? I give you intelligent, more credibility. You are intelligent enough to cross both lines with truth. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I just try to put history together. I look at it as a jigsaw puzzle. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to find truth on both ends of the spectrum, dealing with America and the rest of the world. That's the only way we're going to understand everything. You know? E-Flow is happening. That's the only way that we're going to understand everything. You know? So I just try to deep dive into all type of history and stuff. Psyops. I don't just stay in America, put it like that. But I do appreciate that. My ancestor spirit, appreciate that. We almost at 20. We're gonna get started once we hit 20. Peace, peace. We're gonna get started once we hit 20. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get started when we hit 20. Take this time out to roll it if you got it, pour it if you got it. Water, wine, almond milk, coffee, whatever it is, and we're gonna get started. I should go make some coffee right now, for real, while we waiting on it to hit 20. That boy said, "You African? You mean you're African? Y'all gotta speak correct language, right? It's not you African. It's you're African. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you feel me? Are the Athabascans related to Tartaria? Nah, they not. Nah, they not related to Tartaria. Athabascans are hunter-gatherers, nomadic people. And they are always moving, so they don't really have time to stop and build anything. You know, you said there was no blacks in America before 1492. Yeah, they was. All you gotta do is type in the primitive black nations of America. It's gonna pull up all the tribes that's here and still here. You know what I'm saying? From the West Indies to Southeast America to South America. You know what I'm saying? Even Mexico, you know, the people that y'all call so-called Afro-Mexicans, a lot of them are indigenous Mexicans, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So there was hella so-called black people in America before 1492. So, you know, but people don't read, people don't know history. Folks don't know nothing except for racism, racism, racism. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If I was a white person coming on here talking about we're indigenous, natives wouldn't say shit. Real talk. If I was a white person coming on here talking about I'm indigenous, Native Americans wouldn't say shit. They'll be like, yeah, my brother. For real. Yeah, my brother. I know I've seen it happen hella times. I've been in plenty lives with pure white people talking about I'm indigenous to America, and the natives be in the comment, yes, my brother, Turtle Island. They ain't got no smoke for white folks. They ain't got no smoke for white folks, boy. They ain't never, don't nobody got smoke for white folks. Nigga be scared of them. You said your ancestors were Buffalo Soldiers. My ancestors actually wasn't Buffalo Soldiers. My ancestors wasn't even in the military at that time. You know, when you talk about a person's ancestry, it's best to know their specific ancestry. Like, you don't know my specific ancestry. Nobody in my family was a Buffalo Soldier. Nobody in my family was in the military at those times. So, you can't be a soldier if you're not in the military at those times. Try again. But a lot of y'all was Indian conquistadors, though. Right? Something that a lot of people don't know. You know, a lot of people that be calling those Wabos and all this shit, a lot of them was Indian conquistadors. The reason why they ain't got no smoke for Europeans is because they helped the European. That's the reason why they ain't got no smoke for them. Real talk. The reason why they ain't got no smoke for Europeans is because they helped the European. And they're helping the European keep the narrative going right now as we speak. Clear as day. You don't even need a rocket science for that. So, you know, your ancestors came to America on a European slave ship by your white masters. Nobody in my family was a slave. Again, you got to study history. A lot of y'all don't know history except for what the white man told you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all be talking about the white man be lying, but turn around and believe in the narratives that the white man told you, right? My family never was slaves. You know, free coloreds, free people did exist. Everybody wasn't a slave that was dark skinned, right? But the funny thing is, when y'all talk about slavery, don't none of y'all mention Native American slavery, right? None of y'all mention the Navajos that was enslaved. Y'all don't mention the Arapahoes that was enslaved. Y'all don't mention the Aztecs and Mexicas that was enslaved. Y'all don't mention the Toltecas that was enslaved. Y'all don't mention the Paiute that was enslaved. Y'all don't mention the Athabascans that was enslaved. Y'all don't mention nobody on the Native American side that was enslaved, when clearly y'all niggas was enslaved and sent to boarding schools and got y'all ass whooped by nuns. So it's amazing. It's amazing. But anyways, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in here though, right? Peace, peace. Look up black conquistadors in Spain. Well, look up Indian conquistadors in America. You know what I'm saying? You can look up Indian conquistadors or Los Indios Amigos, right? Friendly Indians or Indian auxiliaries. These are Native Americans who more likely look like you, who helped the European. All right? It's a whole book about Indian conquistadors, Indians who helped the Europeans colonize America. So I wonder what side y'all was on. But shout out to everybody that's in here though, man. Y'all come on in, come on in. Come on in. We about to crack open this book in just a second. Right. What's happening, Rita? Long time no see. Books hurt their feelings? Oh, already. Only thing they know is what the white man told them. That's it. Everybody that go against us, only thing they know is what the white man told them. Everybody trying to fight YT supremacy and the white man be lying and YT supremacy, and turn around and regurgitate everything that the white man done told them in school. How the fuck does that work, Sway? How does that work? Right? Everybody, the white man liars, and turn around and regurgitate the shit that the white man told them. I'm teaching shit that ain't got nothing to do with the white man and what they told them. These niggas is holding on to Jim Crow stereotypes. Niggas is holding on to FBI stereotypes and propaganda. Anything and everything that the white man say about so-called black Americans, these niggas love that shit. Because they racist. A lot of this stuff that we be doing, it ain't got nothing to do with the history. It got a lot to do with our skin color. That's it. Most, if not all, Native Americans are racist. Just like most of all Latinos are racist, right? And I'm just keeping it all the way a buck. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But most of all y'all is racist. That's it. Like I said, if I was a white man coming on here talking about I'm a Native American, I'm indigenous, a lot of y'all wouldn't be saying shit. Y'all be like, yeah, my brother Turtle Island. You know what I'm saying? The Turtle Island, my brother, my light-skinned indigenous brother. I done seen it plenty of times. These niggas ain't got no smoke for the white folk. But they complaining about pipelines and shit. Talk about ass backwards, my G. You said use an Uncle Tom, aren't you? Uncle Tom, if you actually know the story of Uncle Tom, he actually helped Black Americans, right? If you know the real story of Uncle Tom, you should actually go read his book and learn who Uncle Tom was. He actually wasn't no bad person. See, the reason why you think Uncle Tom is bad is because you've been following a lot of these pseudo civil rights leaders and a lot of these old pseudo white hatred black niggas. You know what I'm saying? This is why a lot of niggas don't know shit about nothing. Y'all gotta crack open a book, man. Y'all gotta crack open a book. Y'all gotta crack open a book, nigga. You feel me? You feel me? Nigga ain't got no. What's happening, Lila? Peace, peace. All right, we up at 24. Let's go ahead and crack open this book, though, right? What's happening, K-Rip? Let's crack open this book, man. Right? Let's crack open this book. Why? Because today's live, right? Today's live is showing my people and everybody else that Black American culture is American Indian culture. Right? Today's live is showing everybody using a credible source that Black American culture is American culture. And we still do our culture still to this day. I'm about to do my culture right now. All right? There we go. About to do my culture right now, very indigenously, right? You feel me? So Black American culture is American Indian culture, right? You said y'all gotta fact check yourselves? Nah, y'all just gotta crack open books and read. A lot of y'all ain't never seen these books, never heard these books. So a lot of y'all judging shit off of shit that y'all never read or seen. So that proves y'all intelligent. So we ain't gotta fact check ourselves. Y'all just gotta read, man. A lot of y'all niggas don't read. I can come into a lot of y'all niggas' houses, none of y'all own now one book in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably got all type of processed food in y'all house. Y'all probably be watching goddamn toxic TV and shit. Y'all there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't worrying about nobody that's high off Red 40 and fluoride. I ain't worried about y'all. Y'all too docile anyway. So now, Black American culture is American Indian culture. And we still do our culture still to this day. Okay? We still do our culture still to this day. Okay? Now, we still do our culture still to this day, right? How do we do our culture still to this day? Okay? How do we do our culture still to this day? Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Let me know if it's lagging or whatever, right? How do we still do our culture today? Well, simple. When you crack open this book, right? When you crack open this book, we still do everything indigenously. Okay? I'm trying to find a specific size so it'll fit the screen. Okay? You said Native Americans are older than 1000 BC. Okay? Ain't nobody said they wasn't. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm talking about Black Americans right now. Right? So when you crack open this book, right, the first thing we're going to talk about is dental inlays. Right? How many of y'all know what dental inlays are? Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all know what dental inlays are. What is dental inlays? Do anybody know what dental inlays are? What's happening, Artifacts? I see you come in. Okay, I see y'all. Is it gold teeth? Yup, gold teeth. Grills. Okay, exactly. All right. So one of the things that American Indians have been doing since the BCs is grills, dental inlays, gold teeth. right? My mama got goals. My grandmama got goals. My great grandmama got goals, right? Right? Grills, dental inlays. How indigenous of you? How dare you still do your culture? What's that in Hidden Gems? Right? Dental inlays are grills. American Indians been doing them since the BCs. Plenty mummies been found with grills, right? Some of them use jade, some of them use quartz, some of them use rubies, pearls, diamonds. Some of them just did straight solids, gold, silver. You know what I'm saying? All type of, teeth jewelry, right? That is a staple inside of our community. And you know it's a staple inside of our community because don't nobody else, come on, man. Nobody else outside of us actually do it unless they're doing it from our culture. Okay? This is our culture. You know, when we get our grills, even the Native Americans call us ghetto. And you be like, damn, how y'all niggas Indians, but y'all say grills is ghetto? How are y'all Indians but grills is ghetto? Look at it. Look at them. They smoke the herb and wear the grills and shoot the dice. Yeah, that's called Indian culture. How you don't know that? What's that, Netflix? How you don't know that this is Indian culture? And it's a staple in the black community. Okay? It's a staple in the black community. Right? We've been rocking grills. Okay? We've been rocking grills. All right? That is a staple in our community. Let's go back to it, right? All right. So dental inlays. It says a dental inlay is a solid filling made to precisely shape of a teeth or a cavity in a tooth, right? And cemented into place. The Mayas, and they call us Mayate, huh? Right? The Mayas, right? When you spell out Yamasee and spell it backwards, you get Maya. You get Mayasee or Maya or Yamasee, right? You spell it backwards, you get Maya. Okay? So Maya, whose culture arose about 1500 BC in Mesoamerica, were doing dental inlays or grills before Columbus landed in the New World. They used jade inlays as well as jet, gold, hammerite, and turquoise. Sometimes those inlays were set into incisors or canines, right? They had fangs for grills, right? And in some cases, they wore sets, right? They wore sets. Lower and upper teeth also had inlays set into them. Archaeological evidence suggests that most inlays were done for aesthetic purposes and for decorative purposes, right? It was part of the ancient Maya society, right? The ancient Mayan society, right? And it just keeps going on about the Mayans and different Indians who did grills. Okay? They was called dental inlays, grills, right? Now my thing is this. You don't see the people who be calling you wabos, this ain't their culture. The people that call you wabos, this ain't your culture. This ain't their culture. They don't do this shit. What's happening, Yanni? Let's keep going though, right? Let's keep going. Barbershops. Barbershops. Barbershops has been a thing in Mesoamerica and American cultures before European contact, which goes all the way back to 1100 AD. So 1100 AD, niggas been cutting hair, right? They said barbershops. This book is about American Indian culture and contributions to the world. So they said in 1100 AD, niggas been cutting hair. Barbershops. Right? Barbershops. Niggas been cutting hair. What is Black American culture? Black American culture is American culture. You can't talk about American history without Black Americans. We built this country, remember? Right? Thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate it. They be so mad at the information for nothing. Bad luck. I ain't got nothing to do with these folks. What's happening, Sage? Right. All right. He says it's funny how everybody want dreads. I don't know what dreads are, Petey. But locks, yeah, everybody want locks. But yeah, what's happening, Lou? Thank y'all for the gifts. Right, so they said barbershops. American Indians been doing barbershops since 1100 AD. Okay? One of our favorite things is summertime. And I'm pretty sure people then already broke out the grills. But barbecue or barbecues is another American Indian culture, right? They've been doing it since the 1100 AD, pre-Europeans. The term barbecue refers to the outdoor pit or grill. It is Arawakan for smoked. It is Arawakan for smoked. And not just the Arawakans, but the Mayans, the Aztecs, and other Mesoamerican cultures, even the Taino and the Caribbeans, the Lucayans, the Caribs, and pretty much every Indian that you know. Not the Athabascans, but Indians, right? Barbecues, right? What's happening, Mr. Fresh? What's happening, Swarthy? Barbecue, Scorpio Goddess, what's happening? We talking about American Indian culture. Why are we talking about this? Because I'm showing y'all how Black American culture is American Indian culture. And you still do your culture still to this day, right? You still do your culture today, right? What's another one? Shooting dice, right? The bottom left. Shooting dice games, right? Them boys said American Indians was shooting dice. How many of y'all ever seen this picture inside the Library of Congress of so-called African Americans shooting dice in the cotton fields? Slavery was so bad that niggas had time to shoot dice in the cotton fields. Listen to me. Listen to me. Slavery is not what they told you. Niggas been slavery in cotton fields. Slavery was so bad, niggas is shooting dice. Niggas got time to shoot dice. But we been shooting dice though, right? This is in the Library of Congress. So-called African Americans resting and shooting dice at the edge of a cotton field. We gonna get it in regardless. Oh, I know slavery was a real thing, but it wasn't how mainstream history tell you. So Big Ben, Lil Joe, Nina Ross, the Payson House. Yep. What's happening, Big Rico? Capri, what's happening? Right? Shooting dice. They said that the American Indians created and contributed dice games. Shooting dice. American Indians like shooting dice, like Poverty Point, Louisiana. Right? Like Poverty Point, Louisiana. Huh? Look at these Indians that's misclassified as so-called African Americans shooting dice. Right? Because I'm showing y'all what Black American culture is American Indian culture. You still do your shit still to this day, right? You still do your culture still to this day. The topic is you still do your culture still to this day. Keep up for the trolls in the comments. Keep up. Keep up. Niggas have always been in America. Keep up. You still do your culture, right? Basketball. Not how the Mayans or how the Athabascans do basketball, right? We ain't talking about hip ball. We ain't talking about them bouncing the ball off they hip into a hoop, right? We ain't talking about that. We talking about another type of basketball that they never told you, right? Basketball has been played in 1000 BC. So niggas been hooping since 1000 BC. This is why you hoop so good, right? Niggas be coming out like, boy, you been doing this shit all your life. That's because you have. Right? Basketball, a team sport in which points are scored by throwing, right? You don't throw a ball with your hip. You throw a ball with your hands. Okay, so we not talking about that mainstream shit that they be showing y'all with the little hip and all them Athabascans down there, right? We talking about actual hooping. All right? It is a team sport in which points are scored by throwing a rubber ball through a hoop. It is an all-American game. is an all-American game. Yes, we are talking about basketball, niggas dribbling, right? It is an all-American game that most people believe was invented about 100 years ago. In truth, it was played by American Indians about 3,000 years ago. The who? The Olmecs. The who? The Olmecs. See, they want to show you the who? The Olmecs. The who? The Olmecs. See, they want to show you Athabascan Mayans, but they don't show you about the Olmecs, right? The Olmecs is where you get the actual basketball NBA shit from, right? I don't know what them niggas be doing with their hip and the hoop and shit, but real basketball, where you throwing the ball in the hoop, the same all-American game that people thought was invented 100 years ago was actually played. The Olmecs originated the game, and if you go down to Mexico into their museums and you look at the Olmecs, still to this day, it is called El Negro, the black. Don't they call you the blacks, right? The blacks, the black. Don't they call you that shit? If I spoke Spanish, I'd be like, what's happening, D? We gonna let it breathe. Y'all let me know when it's good. What's happening? All right. Y'all probably gotta leave and come back in. Cause it's straight on my end. I got the green dot and everything. So they glitching it on y'all end. Y'all let me know when it get good. You good on your end, ancestor spirit? Sound better now? Yeah, I had to flip the layout too. They let the layout be tripping too. Like when I'm not on the camera and shit like that, that shit'll get the glitching. So the different green screens be doing that too. What's the last thing y'all heard? The blacks. Yeah. I was just saying how this basketball that we know today as, you know, the same basketball that we play, it originated from the Olmecs. And I was saying when you go to Mexico Museum, the Olmec head is still titled El Negro, still to this day. El Negro means the black. That's what they call you. Even a lot of the Hispanics, they still call you that. You're the blacks. You know what I'm saying? So who is these blacks? Who's these El Negros? You know? So Pete Gang. All right. Them boys said basketball. Right? They said basketball. They said basketball originated with the Olmecs. They say basketball is an American Indian game that been played for 3,000 years. Most of us hoop like we was born to do this. Everybody know that we are the best hoopers. Everybody know that. But some YT man stole our game that we used to do inside the hood. Like before basketball got popularized, we was doing this shit in our neighborhoods, man. Already. You know, the YT man came, seen it, did what he did with the peach basket and shit, and tried to create the NBA, you know, and we had the ABA. the NBA was so trash that they needed our players from the ABA, right? So a lot of the ABA players went over to the NBA, and our league failed. If our people would have stayed in our league, man, we would have been way better than the NBA today. But because our people they sold our culture. We lost our ABA. We lost our Negro leagues. We lost our hockey teams. We lost everything. Right? All because a lot of our people wanted to be accepted by the YT man in their society for the money. It was all for the money. All right. What's happening, Christopher? Peace. Yeah, the ABA was awesome. I still be watching little highlights every now and then. Right? So they said American Indians been playing basketball for 3,000 years. There's not a Native American in America that can beat us in basketball. I don't care who you is, and I stand on that. You can call me whatever you want to call me. There is no Native American on no res that can whoop our ass in basketball. I'm sorry. I'm not believing it. Hell no. And I hold a damn competition to bet on that. Ain't no Native Americans beating us in no basketball, bro. They said American Indians is great sprinters too. Ain't none of them beating us in the foot race either. So we gonna keep it all the way 100. Right? We ain't gonna play no games. Right? We ain't gonna play no games. Right? Cornbread. I was waiting to get to this one. Right? Cornbread. I was waiting to get the cornbread, right? Right? I was waiting to get the cornbread, right? Which is known as Indian bread itself. See, we don't do fry bread. We do this what grandmama cook. And the crazy thing is, 49 of us in here, I bet our grandmamas or our mamas or y'all got that cast iron inside y'all kitchen too. I know my people. I know my American Indian people. I ain't even been in none of y'all houses, but I know for a fact y'all for one, y'all thermostat is on 75. And y'all got this same cast iron inside your goddamn cabinets right now. And y'all got that old ass hot comb with the wooden handle. I know my people, bro. Stop playing with me. I know my people, man. I know y'all do. What's that to C3? I know my people, man. We not African, bro. African don't know us. An African cannot tell us what our house look like right now. Like I said, I ain't never met y'all a day in my life, but I know your house. I know that thermostat is on between 75 to 80, depending on where you at. I know you got that cast iron inside your damn kitchen. I know you got that old ass hot comb with the wooden handle and shit somewhere in your house or your mama's house or your grandmama's house if she's still living. You feel me? I know what it is. Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? All the way out to California, they got the same shit. Talking about we Africans. We don't even like the heat. I know they lying. Talking about we niggas try to put us in sub-Sahara desert, nigga. We don't even like the heat. Motherfucker ain't never been around black Americans when that bitch hit 80 degrees, nigga. We be ready to tussle with a motherfucker you say something wrong to us, bro. We don't like no heat. We ain't no sub-Saharan desert niggas, bro. What you talking about? That bitch hit 85. We be ready to tussle with a motherfucker say something wrong to us, bro. We don't like the heat. And we don't even like the cold either. That bitch gotta be just right. Tropical. We tropical people. That's why you can find us on the equator. In tropical areas. West Indies. Florida. Southeast America. Right? The Gulf of Mexico, Mississippi area, Louisiana type shit, right? You find us in tropical areas. South America, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, right? You catch us in the Pacifics. You catch us in tropical area. We are tropical people. I'm keeping it all the way a buck. We tropical people. Yo, Afro is for tropical regions. Nigga, you ever try? Nigga, we talking about sub-Saharan desert. Nigga, the last thing you need is an Afro in the fucking desert. That shit don't even make sense. The last thing you need is an afro in the desert. Niggas talking about you guys from sub-Saharan Africa. What? Man, when I had my afro, this shit hit 85 degrees. I was close to cutting that shit off. I was like, bro, this shit too hot for this. And you talking about niggas was wearing afros in 100+ degree weather in Africa? It don't even make sense. Africans don't even know shit about cornbread. Most of them have never even ate soul food, and some of them who tried it don't even like it. Ain't nothing about soul food African. What dish is African? We ask people all the time, what dish is African? They don't give us a dish, they give us a crop. They be like, okra? Okra is a crop, nigga. What dish is from Africa? Okra. Okra is a crop, nigga. That's not a dish. They can't tell you what dish come from Africa. You feel me? Come on, man. This shit is called Indian bread. You said the afro is an extra 15 degrees, man. I'm telling you. She said, I'm making cornbread right now. I know you is. I know my people. I know my people, man. Look. Stop playing with me. I know my people. So you got a pan sitting on the stove cornbread right now. Look. Indian bread. Indian bread. Native Americans don't eat this shit at no powwow. But they Indians, though. They Indians. They don't eat Indian bread, which is some cultural shit. They eat fry bread, which is Danish. Fry bread is a Danish dish. That shit ain't even American. But they got pride in that shit, though, right? The only people that still eat Indian bread is being called Wibos and Pretendians, and the motherfuckers who's eating a Danish dish on a reservation. Alright. We ain't gonna go too far with that one. Alright. We ain't going too far with that one, right? But what I'm showing y'all is that Black American culture is American Indian culture. And you can find your culture inside that book called American Indian Contributions. Right? Black American culture is American Indian culture. You're going to find your whole culture that you still do today, right? We just talked about what, right? For all the new people who just coming in, you know, we're going to recap, right? And this is just a beginning of what I'm about to show y'all and later on in this week. I'm going to use this whole book and I'm going to show you how you still do your culture, still to this day. Ain't shit African about you, right? This is part 1 of probably like 5-6 parts. Okay, so dental inlays, right? Dental inlays, which is I'm about to go get me some new dental inlays later on, but dental inlays is grills. It's grills. I had a grill. My mama got golds. My grandmama got golds. My granddaddy got golds. My daddy got golds. My uncles, aunties, great uncles, great aunties, great grandmamas, great grandmamas. Everybody in my family, all the way down, always had golds. Whether they had 1, 2, probably 5 at the bottom, depending on the generation. It's cultural. And a lot of people equate this to your culture. The crazy thing is the people that call you Wibos and Pretendians, they'll call this gangster culture or some ghetto shit, right? We done heard them throw all type of stereotypes at us, and it's crazy because every single stereotype they throw at us is American Indian culture. But these niggas is supposed to be the Indians, though, right? Yeah, that's Black America. That's gangster. That's ghetto. It's Indian. It's American Indian. It's Hebrew Israelite. For my Israelite side, though. It's Moors. It's Asiatic Negro. This is our culture. You can find us wearing golds all the way to the Pacifics. What's that in Mother Nurture? Mother Nurture's in the building. All right. You can find our people wearing golds all the way in the Pacifics. Right? I ain't telling you no lie. You can. Okay. Africans don't wear golds. You can't name me an African tribe that wear golds. They don't like that. Everything that's part of our culture, Africans don't like that. You take our culture into an African household, they mama and daddy will kick you out the damn house. You go inside an African house with locks. You go inside an African house with grills and tattoos and shit. Them niggas gonna kick you out the damn house. You know what the? That ain't they culture. My man said they teeth are naturally gold colored. You ain't shit. You ain't shit, bro. We ain't throwing no jabs, dog. you ain't shit, man. So yeah, so dental inlays is just grills, right? Shooting dice games is very American Indian, right? Like Poverty Point, Louisiana. And check it out. Here you are in the cotton fields shooting dice. Okay? So grills is American Indian, shooting dice is American Indian. Here you are in the cotton field shooting dice. Slavery was bad. They worked us sun up, sundown, and whipped us. But niggas had time to shoot dice. Okay. Niggas had time to shoot dice though, right? All right. We're gonna keep it going though. Use your logic. Was they slaves or was they farmers and they were picking their crops? All right, what's happening in Philly? Right? They were farmers and they was picking their own crops. All right. So we got dental inlays, we got dice games. Showed you that. What else we got? They say barbershops, right? American Indians have been cutting hair since 1100 AD, right? Barbershops. I'm saying that, Bam, right? Barbershops. American Indians been having the Boosie fade, right? American Indians been having the Webby fat back. Niggas out here walking around looking like Webby. You know, niggas been had the Boosie fade. You did? Like, nigga had the waves and the Chris Tate lines already when niggas came over here. What you mean? Don't let these people lie to you. Barbershops, which is a staple inside of our community, right? Beauty salons and shit. Okay? Right? Basketball. Basketball originated with the Olmecs. Yes, this basketball originated with the Olmec. El Negros, as they call us in Mexico, right? Right? Basketball, this basketball originated with the Olmecs. You know, El Negros, as they are called in Mexico Museum. Who's beating us in basketball? Ain't a motherfucker on the Reds can beat me in basketball. I'm sorry. I might lose to Steve Kerr. You know, I might lose to a little white chocolate, but I ain't losing to no Ethel Basketball. And white chocolate gonna have to work hard for that win too. He ain't about to just get out there and scuff me. He gonna have to work hard for that W. Be real. Ain't nobody beating us in basketball. I'm not hearing that. Africans just learned how to play basketball. Not that long ago. Let's be honest, bro. Everybody try to say our culture is African. It ain't shit African about us. Everything came from Africa, man. How did everything come from Africa when Africans is learning everything from us? Now they want the grill. Now they want the locks. Right? Now they want to rap. Now they trying to dance like us. Now they trying to hoop like us. I haven't heard an African singer yet, but come on, bro. The reason why they hate you is because your culture is rich. This is what they mean by Black Americans have a rich culture. This is your culture. Don't let these people lie to you and take your shit. These boys done already tried to take your identity and everything, bro. These boys done already snatched your land and shit. Don't let these people take your culture, nigga. This is the last thing we got left, nigga. It's time to start gatekeeping this shit and keeping it all the way a buck. Black American culture is American Indian culture. You can't talk about American history without black Americans, because we built this culture. We built this city. We built this country. We built this shit. We built it. Everybody wants to Everybody wants to erase the black American. Everybody want to erase the black American. We ain't about to let that shit happen no more. Y'all already tried to erase us one time with Walter Plecker and shit, bro. We ain't doing that shit again. Hell nah, fuck that, nigga. You can't erase us. Because every time y'all look in the mirror, y'all doing something that was made, created, and influenced by us. You can't erase us if you want to. You can't. All the music can't come from us. All the music come from us. You can't rap unless you sound like us. For real. You can't. This why none of these niggas make a rap album in their language. Burna Boy ain't never drop a damn album in his Nigerian tongue. This nigga gotta sound like a Caribbean nigga. For real. Everybody leech out black Americans and Caribbeans. Burna Boy gotta sound like a damn Jamaican to sell albums. Huh? These niggas can't sell albums without sounding like you, looking like you, dressing like you, doing everything like you. We the blueprint. This why they hate us. This why Native Americans hate you. This why Native Americans hate you. Because this is your culture and you still do this shit. From the grills to the barbecues. You feel me? If you ain't never heard of a description of a American Indian, and I come up to you and tell you, hey, close your eyes, I'm about to describe American Indian to you. And I tell you that these was copper-colored people, swarthy people, right? They had dental inlays, which are grills. They shot dice. They barbecued. They got barbershops inside their communities. They hoop. They play basketball. They eat cornbread. And they eat grits and filet gumbo. Who comes to your mind? Since everybody want to be stereotypical and shit, let's be stereotypical now. Let's be stereotypical, right? Let's be prejudiced right now. Just by describing this shit, you describe nothing but a black American. Oh yeah, these niggas play basketball, they got grills and shoot dice and barbecue and got barbershops in their community and eat cornbread and grits and, you know, gumbo and shit. You talking about them niggas in Georgia? You talking about them niggas in Mississippi and Louisiana? You talking about them black folk in Florida? You talking about them black folk in Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia? You talking about them black folks out there in LA, Chicago, Detroit? You talking about them? St. Louis, Mound City, Texas? Big Creole life in Texas, right? Oh, you said gumbo and shit. You talking about barbecue, right? You talking about the West Indies? Come on, man. Come on. You talking about the dirty South, man. Oh, and they got locks too. Right? Can't forget the locks. They found plenty mummies with locks. Oh yeah, and these people got locks. Locks, grills, shooting dice, hooping, gumbo, barbecues, barbershops, the cornbread and grits, nigga. That sound like my family reunion right there. Nigga talk about a powwow, that's a powwow right there. That's your family reunion. That's the block party. Right, tatted up and shit, right? That's the block party. American Indians got goddamn face tattoos and shit, right? Niggas is tatted up. Wild Indians. Notice that we're not civilized tribes. Civilized tribes are Athabascans and YT people, right? Those are your civilized tribes. We're not civilized. I'm being all the way 100. We are wild Indians. We urban Indians. They tried to civilize us, but that shit didn't take. We too wild. We too rebellious, man. You can't civilize us. The best thing that you can do is let us do us and leave us alone. That's the best thing that you can do. Let us do us and leave us alone. Keeping it all the way a buck with you. We too rebellious, man. You can't civilize us. The people that's on the res is civilized. They're civilized. That's why they don't fight against the European. Because they're civilized tribes. We still out here inside Indian territory because niggas didn't whoop our ass. They couldn't push us to no reservation. They was like, yeah, fuck it. Only thing that we can do is integrate with them. And that's what they did. Because we weren't going nowhere. My grandmama's still inside the same neighborhood she grew up in. Yeah, for real. My great-grandmama raised her inside that neighborhood. My grandmama raised my daddy and them inside that neighborhood. And a lot of us used to go to grandmama's house every weekend, so you could say that we was raised inside that neighborhood. We got like 4, 5 generations in one neighborhood, bro. We ain't going nowhere. What you talking about? For real. We ain't going nowhere. What you talking about? The Trail of Tears. Yeah, my people ain't never leave. What you talking about? Mama? My people ain't never been on no Trail of Tears. We still in Georgia and shit. We still in South Carolina and Georgia, bro. We ain't going nowhere. And they probably went to Chicago. You know, maybe New York. But yeah, man. Peak gang, you still do your culture today, man. Don't let these people fool you. Don't let these people play you. Right? Black American culture is American Indian culture. And the funny thing is, Pan-Africans do this shit every day while they trying to debunk you. Niggas be eating cornbread trying to debunk you and shit. For real. Think about that. I wish a lot of them Pan-Africans would cut their cameras on when they be debating us. Some of them niggas probably was eating cornbread and shit, talking about, you niggas is African. The Pan-Africans got grills in their mouth, very indigenously, talking about, you niggas is from Africa. Got grills and eating cornbread, trying to debunk us on the panel and shit, doing everything American. But this shit, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, bro. You cannot make this shit up. Niggas trying to debunk us, but they whole culture is Indian. What's happening, Castile? Nigga trying to debunk us, but they whole culture is Indian, though. That shit be wild. And some sweet potato pie. Yeah. Man, look, real. Them boys tried to debate us on Thanksgiving while them niggas was eating American Indian food. Niggas is on the panel talking about, y'all niggas ain't American Indian. What you got over there? Ah, shit, you know, we got some turkey, some sweet potato pie, you know, some cornbread and shit. You know how we get down. Very indigenous of you. How indigenous? Nothing was more funnier than Pan-Africans trying to debunk us on Thanksgiving while eating Thanksgiving, my G. That shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious. What's saying this, sissy? These folk be wildin', man. For real. What's happening, Jerome? Peace. Folk be wildin'. Yeah, a little paradox. Be feeling like I'm in the Twilight Zone. So, you know, I'm going to do a lot more of these, too. Tomorrow morning, I have a part 2 for y'all. I'm still going to be going through this book, lining it up, showing y'all how we do our culture still to this day. And I'm going to show y'all the Athabascan culture as well, too. Because believe it or not, a lot of, you know, Athabascan had their little... What's happening, Natasha? Peace. All right? So, yeah, I show y'all little Athabascan culture inside the book. You know, I ain't gonna take nothing from them. You know, what's happening, Tarzan? Because of the Athabascans and, you know, the so-called Siberian natives, you have ice fishing. Oh, I mean, I don't ice fish, but you got ice fishing. You got dog sledding. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all that tomorrow too, right? So, because of the Alaskan natives, you have stuff that we don't do, right? Dog sledding and ice fishing and shit. Igloos. When I was building igloos and shit, y'all know we ain't building no igloo. Ain't no black American about to live inside no damn ice house, right? So, I ain't gonna take nothing from them. They got their little nomadic culture. But it's important for people to separate the culture and know the difference between a Native American and American Indian, at least the way that we're saying it. Because our culture ain't theirs and their culture ain't ours. And with that being said, there's no way in hell that we're stealing nobody's culture. These niggas eat fry bread. We eat cornbread. All right? These niggas dog sled. We hoop and shoot dice. Okay? You feel me? They nomadic. We're not. All right? So there's a lot of differences. We rock grills. They don't. Okay? They say Turtle Island. We say Amaru. Right? They say Turtle Island. We say Amaru. Because the Incas, the Olmeca, and even the Aztecs called it Amaru. This the land of serpents. This the plum serpent. Amaru. Right? And it's crazy to see a lot of so-called Mexica Mexicans on here talking about this is Turtle Island. You guys are pretendians. If you Aztec, the fuck you talking about Turtle Island for? Your people call this shit a Maru. How you don't know what a Maru is? Or what a Maru Khan is? You supposed to be Aztec Mexica. You niggas talking about Turtle Island. The fuck are you talking about? So, come on, man. P game. That right there, I already let you know who's the real, who's the fake. They don't even be knowing shit. But it's important for people to separate the difference. They got their culture, we got our culture. All right. Unfortunately for our culture, Africans is trying to hijack it, and Pan-Africans is trying to Africanize it. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna let that shit happen. All right, we ain't gonna let that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna let that shit happen. All right, we ain't gonna let that shit happen. So yeah, little carbon copies, and the black Europeans. The black Europeans trying to tear their own too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at least the black Europeans got a little swag. They got a little bit more swag than the African to their, when they try to mimic us. The black European got it down pat. I'm gonna be real. The black Europeans, like the black British and shit, they know how to mimic you hella good. That you don't even know if these niggas British or not. It took 21 Savage to get caught up by ICE for niggas to be like, this nigga's British? Yeah, you ain't know that? I ain't know this nigga was British. I thought this nigga was us. Yeah, them black Britons got you down pat. Who you think was the first British people to come over here? Them niggas ain't leave. And I do mean niggas. The black Brits came over here before the white ones. And they blended in too. A lot of them went up north though. Nah, for real. A lot of black Europeans, they love it up north because of the weather and shit. So a lot of them went to like New York, Pennsylvania and shit. Pennsylvania got flooded with the Dutch. New York got flooded with the Amsterdam people, and Italians and Sicilians and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But them niggas know how to pretend. Motherfucker Slick Rick, a New York rapper, but that nigga was British. I told you, a lot of black Britons love up north. Everybody, oh shit, nigga Slick Rick, that nigga from New York. That nigga's British as hell. And if you go back and listen to his raps, he rap with his British accent. He don't even hide that shit. Niggas just wasn't listening. Niggas was just like, oh shit, nigga Slick Rick be telling them stories. Listen to this nigga. He raps with his British accent. He don't even hide that. And nigga ain't us. I'm for real. Black British know how to mimic you. They know how to mimic you. And it's dangerously scary. Because it's a lot of them here in America. The crazy thing is there's no statistic on how many is here. And I found that odd that you can pull up how many Japanese people is in America, how many China American people here, how many of these, you could pull up all that shit. But when you type in Black Britons, they ain't gonna tell you shit. They not gonna tell you how many Black Britons is in America. I'm being all the way 100 with you. You will not find it. You type in Black Britons in America, it's gonna take you to some African shit. They're gonna be like, well, Africans is in America. You be like, I ain't asked for Africans, I asked for Black British. They not gonna tell you how many Black Britons is over here. Right, real talk. They not. Yeah, Pete Gang. The niggas is trying to replace you too on the upper level. The Africans is trying to replace you on a labor level, and the Black British people is trying to be the motherfuckers that's calling the shots for the Black community in like a higher up form. Right? So this is why Black British people love jobs that deal with mass persuasion. You know, politics, news anchors, you know what I'm saying? Pastors even. You know, they love any job that deal with mass persuasion of our people. And that's one of the giveaways. Yeah, Barack Obama was more of a little hat person. You know, Barack Obama, his mama was a little hat Z Nation people, so he was little hat like the rest of them. That's what links all the presidents and all of these people, is that all of these people are Z Nation little hat the rest of them. That's what links all the presidents and all of these people, is that all of these people are Z Nation little hat people by relatives. Like real talk. When you start looking at all these niggas mamas always be like Jewish or some shit. You be like, damn, why all y'all got Jewish mamas? That's the connection. That's the connection. Idris Elba, yep. Idris Elba said he went to the barber shop. That's how he learned how to talk like us and act like us. He spent like 5-6 months inside of a black barber shop. He used to sit in the back. He never spoke. He just listened to how we speak, form words, our mannerisms, how we dress, and everything like that. He tell the story. He tell the story, but he said that he paid attention to our mannerisms and shit. He would go back and practice it, and then when he feel like he got it down pat, the next day he'll go out and he'll try it on one of us. And when we can't tell that he's British or whatever, he was like, damn, I got it. So yeah, the motherfuckers be playing like that. Nah, I ain't talking about Barry Sanders. Nah, Idris Elba. Idris Elba, Slick Rick, 21 Savage, and them. I don't know about Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders British? Stop playing with me. Let me find out Barry Sanders British. That's gonna crush my soul. That's gonna crush my soul. I find out he British. Oh, Barack Obama. Yeah, Barry. Yeah, Barry. I thought you was talking about the football player. I was like, man, please no. Hell nah, he definitely Indian how he was cutting them corners. But yeah, Barack Obama, aka Barry Hussein, or whatever. And it's crazy because if you put a beard on him, that nigga look like Bin Laden. But we ain't gonna go too deep on that rabbit hole though. We ain't gonna go too deep on that rabbit hole. You feel me? Y'all, the world's a stage. That's all we gonna say. The world's a stage. Yep, facts. 21 Savage, you got a pass. Nah, he ain't got 21 Savage ain't got no pass. That nigga British as hell. He don't get no pass. 21 Savage don't like niggas. He don't like us. He tell you that all the time inside his interviews. If y'all go back and watch 21 Savage interviews, he stress it all the time that he don't like niggas. He don't like us at all. That's why he moved back to the UK. Like this, he live in the UK now. He don't even stay over here no more. You know, the jig is up, so he might as well was like, yeah, might as well go back home. Auntie, I'm home. That nigga went back to the UK and shit. Like, for real. He still got a British accent too. He be gaslighting everybody. That Atlanta accent fake. For real. That Atlanta accent fake as hell. He still got his British accent. He does an interview and he tell you. He was like, yeah, I still got a British accent. He just don't use that shit. He was a CIA under George Bush as well as his cousin. Yup. It's a family business. Z Nation family business. You seen him yesterday on Gresham Road? You should have tipped your hat off to him. Oh, man. Yeah, 21. But yeah, though, man. Black American culture is American Indian culture, bro. Don't let nobody tell you nothing else. They try to tell you that our culture is African, but when you ask them to point out the African in the culture, it gets crickets, it gets silent. Nobody can tell you nothing, right? So keep applying that pressure. Don't let these people re-Africanize us. Man, we breaking free from the chains. We are indigenous people. We always been here. No matter what nobody say, even these self-hating identity crisis Pan-African Negroes who be dating snow bunnies like Pork Titty. You know, and that's actually kind of the normal with Pan-Africans. A lot of Pan-Africans love that snow bunny. You know what I'm saying? These niggas be preaching the YT supremacy, down with the white man, but nigga be mixing their seed with the white man and white woman and shit like that, right? Nigga don't even like niggas. You feel me? So them niggas got the identity crisis. Them niggas is willing to call their grandmamas liars and disrespect them. Them niggas are the ops and the agents and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And they'll do anything in their power to uphold YT supremacy narratives and fight for the white man. When you understand they whole movement and shit like that, everything they stand for supports YT supremacy and white imperialism, and they don't even know it, or some of them do know it, and they love this shit because some of them niggas is black Europeans. A lot of those Pan-Africans ain't us. Some of them niggas is black Europeans too. That's why they'll never tell you their genealogy. They'll never get into the ancestry talk with you. All they want is DNA. They'll never get into the ancestry talk, census records. You see your ancestors, see what they don't. A lot of them niggas is Europeans, bro. I'm keeping it all the way above with you. You know. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right now, though, y'all. No African complain about their forefathers being taken away from Africa. Yeah, there is none. What's that in Cosmic? There is no story of Africans and their forefathers being taken. Them niggas ain't never got no family story. But I'm about to go ahead and end it right here, y'all. It's getting cold out here. My phone on 15%. This was just a quick live intro to let y'all know what we're going to be talking about. Like I said, I'm going to be going through the American Indian Contribution book and showing y'all Black American culture and showing y'all how we still do our culture still to this day, right? So one more time with the once over before we shut it down, right? We talked about how we do cornbread, right? Cornbread is Indian bread, right? It is a staple inside of our community. Okay, that is not African. Never seen an African cook that shit, right? So now, we also had dental inlays, right? For those who don't know what dental inlays are grills. Some of y'all inside my live right now got goals in y'all mouth right now as we talking, as y'all watching this, right? Dental inlays, very American Indian-ish, right? We've been doing this shit since 1500 BCs, right? Dice games. Right? They say dice games is very American Indian-ish. Look at your ancestors inside the cotton field shooting dice. Right? Look at your ancestors in the cotton field shooting dice, right? Slavery was bad. They whipped us. We didn't have time to do shit. It seemed like niggas had time to shoot dice in these cotton fields, right? Because maybe these wasn't slaves, but these was farmers picking their crops, right? If I'm a farmer and I'm growing cotton, you gonna catch me picking my crops inside the worst clothes because you're not gonna wear your good shit while you farming, right? All right, just use common sense with this shit, right? Okay, cool. So now, what else, right? They say barbershops is very American Indian-ish, right? American Indians been cutting hair since 1100 AD. Barbershops is a staple inside of our community. Don't nobody cut hair like us, you dig? Okay? Barbecues. It's already warm in a lot of places. Our people then already broke out the grills and started grilling, right? So now, right, we just doing a recap. You still do your culture today, right? Basketball, yes, the basketball that you be watching on TV, right? Not that Mayan, not that Athabascan pseudo hip ball hoop shit that everybody knows, right? It's another basketball that people don't know about, that they don't tell you because of this reason, right? Basketball is a team sport, which points are scored by throwing the ball, which means you're using your hands, right? You're shooting that jump shot, right? You're throwing a ball into a hoop, right? It is an all-American game. People believe that it was invented 1,000 years ago, but the truth is American Indians have been playing basketball for 300 years. This is why you hoop like it's in your genes. This is why this is a natural talent for a lot of us. It's still a natural talent for me. I'm about to be 35. I can still dunk. Don't get it twisted. I ain't got no knee injury, no ankle injury. I get out there and dunk on a motherfucker real quick. I'm 6'3". Don't play with it. Oh, I still got the game. You know what I'm saying? It's God-gifted talent. You don't forget how to play. Okay? So, now, what's that? Be for all? Peace. Miss Epiphany was good, right? Because what am I telling y'all? What am I showing y'all? Black American culture is American Indian culture, right? Black American culture is American Indian culture, right? You still do your culture today. Don't let these people lie to you, okay? So, dental inlays, grills, dice games, basketball, gumbo, right? Gumbo, barbershops, right? Cornbread, grits, okay? All of these are staples inside of our community. Barbershops, dice game, Indian bread, basketball, dental inlays, aka grills, okay? And gumbo, okay? Black American culture is American Indian culture. Ain't nothing that I showed y'all African. Ain't nothing that I just showed y'all African. And it damn sure ain't Athabascan Native American reservation shit. So who culture is this? Who culture? Native Americans on the res don't do it. Africans don't do it. Who culture is this? And they said that basketball originated from the Olmecs, the same El Negros, the blacks that's in Mexico Museum. You still do your culture today. Don't let these people gas you. You have a culture, and everybody does it. Whenever an immigrant come fresh off the boat and inside of America, niggas got to do your culture. Real talk. When immigrants come here, they have to do your culture, nigga. They have to do your culture. That's how you survive in America. They have to. They have to. All right? So this is part 1. Black American culture is American Indian culture. Tomorrow, I'm going to come with another part of the book, pictures and everything, because imagery is important so y'all can see it. All right? You still do your shit today. Okay? Even smoking bud and Blackie Mouse and all that shit. You know, rum and all of that type of stuff. That's still your culture too. Right? So peep game. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the likes, the love, the gifts. Shout out to all the subscribers. Shout out to the new subscriber who tapped in. I'm going to send you that Telegram link too. I appreciate the support. Y'all the real MVPs. Thank y'all for the Cash App donations, for building the community and book buying for me to buy these books, and plan this trip to Serpent Mound very soon, so y'all can see what Serpent Mound look for. We're going to dig into the history books while we own the mound, just like I did Cahokia Mound as well too. So with that being said, appreciate that. Y'all the real MVPs. Thanks for all the love and the support. For those who missed the live, I will definitely put it on my YouTube, and it'll be up there tomorrow morning, ready to go, ready to fly. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of y'all night. I'll see y'all in these TikTok streets.